Welcome to the madness!
Hey, how's it going, folks? The name's Deathy, and welcome back to another episode of my solo playthrough of the DnD Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition Homebrew Module, Curse of the Blood Moon by Adventure Awaits Studios. Surprised I didn't muck that up, eh? So we are back with a little bit of solo play of this. So, basically, we are in episode 5, I think we're in, or about 8 videos in. So, I kind of made a little bit of decision, because I've not done any solo play stuff for a very, very long time, that I thought I'd go back and finish off at least one of my series. I mean, I've got 4 in progress series right now. This, my randomized custom adventure, Tales of Fool's Gold. We got solo play at 4 Gates of Darkness, and we have Canaphalis, which I'll explain about each of those in their own series. But what I want to do is I want to finish off Curse of the Blood Moon. We're about 2/3 of the way there, maybe not 4, I think 3/4. So I want to finish off the best part. So basically, if you want the full experience, I would recommend checking out the playlist from the beginning and watching them all the videos up to now for like a proper story and stuff. So, but for now, I'm going to give you the synopsis. So, Curse of the Blood Moon. The whole stick with this one shot is that your party stumbles across a village that is currently under some kind of a curse from a red blood moon. The story is that 1,000 years ago, before this event, another party of adventurers managed to stop a sorcerer from using the power of the moon to spread chaos and bloodlust, I suppose, across many of the various subjects, animals, and other varieties in the land. Now, 1,000 years onwards, there is a Druid circle that's came across this information, and they have decided they're going to enwrite or try and do this blood curse themselves to try and turn everyone against each other and basically get them to kill each other, basically. So our party, which we currently have, has arrived at this town, at this village, and they've been asked to stop this. And we're going to get some more information about it in a second. So yeah, so basically we've already done a few scenarios. We've done the Bloody River, have we? Yeah, the Blood Moon Rises. That's an encounter with 12 commoners, I believe. No, 8. Yeah, 8 commoners. Then the Bloody River, which was 3 gnolls. The Village on Fire, which is bugs and bandits. I mean, I need to maybe put this a bit forward so we can see this. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to read all this again. So yeah, 8 commoners, the Bloody River, and then we've done the last scenario, which was another encounter with 2 thugs and 2 bandits. Our party is not quite the same. 3 characters survived, however, one of our characters died in the second encounter, so we re-rolled another character to fulfill its place, and they managed to successfully clear the last fight. So also as well, we've rescued an Elfie. We rescued a halfling druid called Elfie, who's going to be a bit of a support character in this next section, a bit of a guest. So after that, so let's have a look. So we might as well read this. So the village on fire. Crossing the river and following the road, you eventually enter the village proper to find much of it on fire. Screams can be heard when various houses and townsfolk armed with makeshift weapons chase each other for the summer. If the characters wish to help the innocent villagers, have them make a group DC 14 strength athletics check to disarm and subdue as many townfolk as possible. If successful, they manage to save half a dozen or so fleeing the village, who reward them with 10 gold pieces for fleeing into the hills. Then after a short while, the characters notice a small figure in tattered green robes running towards them. This is Elfie, the halfling druid. She uses the standard druid stat block, except she also knows cure wounds and spike growth. As she gets closer to the characters, a group of villagers interpose themselves between her and them. So, thugs and bandits. A group comprised of 2 thugs and 4 bandits have been pillaging the burning Pinewell for the past few hours, which most of the loot gathered they've now settled into a pattern of violence against anyone they come across. Pinewell is the next target. So if the characters fail to intervene, Elfie fights them off as best she can. She has bark skin cast on her, so she's a bit tougher than she looks, so she starts by casting Thunder Wave, as on many of the ruffians she can before shifting to Shillelagh to finish up the rest. She gets surrounded, she disengages and runs for help. The characters shout for help. If the characters do intervene, Elfie fights alongside them until the last two criminals fall, to which we did. And I've not added it to the character sheets because I don't think that I'm going to be using these characters in other future playthroughs. But the Fox and Bandits have a collective 100 gold pieces and various coinage in them, along with another 100 in sorts of valuables they stole from the burning houses. So now, on to the next scenario, a glimmer of hope. If the characters did intervene, read the following. Slightly out of breath, a small figure in tattered green robes makes her way over to you. I'll let her help you off it there. I can only hope you're more willing to help once I've filled you in things. If the characters did intervene, read the following. Slightly out of breath, a small figure in tattered green robes makes her way over to you. Thank you kindly for your timely assistance. I could have handled those ruffians on my own, but alas, it's been quite a day and I'm grateful for the help. So the figure introduces herself as Elfie, formerly of the Crimson Circle. She tells the characters that her former compatriots are responsible for the Blood Moon, and she needs help stopping them before it's too late. As she converses with the characters, she also conveys the following. The Crimson Circle was devoted to restoring the balance of nature. They were seen as slightly fanatical by other Druid circles. They have a Druid grove beneath an old, overgrown and particularly collapsed castle north of Pinewell. When Elfie learned about their plans to summon the Blood Moon, she tried to stop him, but was powerless. As they cast her out and enacted the ritual anyway. Elfie can lead the characters to the grove's hidden entrance. The journey will take 3 hours. If the characters are injured, Elfie can cast Cure Wounds on them. She also has 3 potions of healing that she can happily part ways with, should the character show concern about their ability to continue fighting. Now, in terms of HP or anything, there's only one character that is currently hurt, but I think it should be okay. So we'll keep the potions of healing as a backup. But the problem is, I remember using Elfie using some spell slots in the last episode, but I don't remember what spell slots they are. So I'm gonna have to come up with something. So we'll see. Anyway, so coming on to the next section. If the characters want to try and keep helping the villagers, Elfie insists they're doing much greater good by ending the Blood Moon at its source. Okay, so following the young Druid, you make your way north to the remainder of the burning village and out one of its main gates, dodging the clumsy attacks of blood-crazed common folk along the way. Your path eventually diverges from the main road and continues down a winding, overgrown trail towards a distant castle crumbling on a hillside. The characters are able to get in a short rest during their journey as Elfie is able to handle the navigation and clearing the bush along the way. Oh yeah, they can do a short rest if they want to. Yeah, we'll do that in a second. After 3 hours, they find themselves entering a deep valley thick with thorny vegetation and strangely absent of animals. A short time later, Elfie leads them up to the base of the hillside upon which the ruined castle sits and the users between 2 collapsed pillars. Beyond is a small chamber with a hole in the ground. A wooden ladder leads below. Elfie warns the characters to be prepared as the Druids will surely self-defend since she's left. The complex ahead has the following features, unless noted otherwise. Ceiling. The ceilings are made of mouldy stone and rise 10 feet above the floor. Floors and walls. The floors are made of cracked stone, where the walls are made of crumbled granite. Doors. The doors are made of solid oak with metal reinforcements. They're all unlocked unless otherwise. Lighting is pitch black. So we're going to put this away. I'm going to bring up Paint 3D. Okay, so this is what the dungeon map's like. So we start here, and our entrance exit is going to be here, I believe. So we'll follow what the path says. So the way I'm going to handle navigation is I'm going to handle it via dice rolls. So for example, if you come to an intersection, we'll do like a 1 to 2 and then go this way or go that way, and then we'll follow around. So reintroducing the characters, we have Ukasek Altoravium, who is a level 2 monk dragonborn metallic silver dragonborn. Has strict saving initiative as a background through with a blooming student. Gets access to chill touch and spread of dying and using wisdom as his spell casting modifier. We got breath weapon, draconic resistance cold, armor defense because we're a monk, which is currently 13, which is yeah, no, a 0 plus 3 mentally. Then we got dedicated weapon, which we can use as part of a short rest. And our defense, and Urusek is the only one that's currently injured. In terms of equipment, Bottle of black ink, ink pen, book about plant identification, iron pot, herbalism kit, school uniform, short sword, 10 darts. I think, yes, I think 10 darts. A black backpack, bedroll, med kit, 10 box, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, and there's the proficiency on languages. In terms of any of the spells he has identify, he wants prolonged rest, that's because of his background. And that's what Rugsec looks like. Pretty cool, eh? I do like this one actually. Okay, next up we have the original 3 now. We have Talita Stillmore, yep. Shadow Sorcerer 2, Genasi, pretty cool. Got quarterstaff, got a dagger, unending breath, mingle with the wind. I think unending breath, if I'm not mistaken, is sort of like you can hold our breath. I think mingle with the wind gives her some spells. I think. In terms of a subclass, we have Eyes of the Dark, which is 120 feet dark vision. Strength for the Grave. If she gets knocked down to 0 hit points, I think she can be revived with 1. I think something like that. Fonts of Magic allows her to get access to sorcery points, and we can do flexible casting, meaning we can transform sorcery points into spell slots and spell points into sorcery points. There is the items she has, there is the skills. For cantrips, we've got Control Flames, Frostbite, Poison Spray, Thunderclap, Shocking Grasp, Thunderwave, Comprehend Languages, and Sleep. And for level 2, which she hasn't got access to yet, she has Levitate, but that's with part of her race, if I'm not mistaken. 13 HP, 11 class, and yeah, there's the stats. Next one, we have Scar, who is Arc Fae, Pax of the Arc Fae Warlock. It's also a Shifter, Beast Hive Shifter, if I'm not mistaken. 20 hit points, which is very nice actually, very, very, very nice. Has Bestial Instincts, Acrobatics, giving him proficiency in Acrobatics. Shifting Beast Time, meaning that as a bonus action he can gain temporary hit points and a +1 to his AC. Dark Vision to 60 feet. Pat Magic, Subclass Dark Fae. Fae Presence, that's something he can use either to charm or frighten enemies around him. Beast Speech, so we can cast Speak with Animals at will. Emasculate Faces, so we can cast Disguise Self at will as well. 3 daggers, 10 darts, an orb, leather armor, backpack, and all that. There's proficiencies, there's the stats right there. In terms of his spells, he has Friends, Chill Touch. He's already expanded 2 slots. Distort Value, Unseen Servant, Witch Bolt, Fairy Fire, Sleep, Speak with Animals, and Disguise Self. And our final original party member, and I apologise about the writing being a little blurred, that's because I used a PDF to JPEG converter, and the one I used is a little in terms of its quality. Anyway, we've got Alkanak, who is a free Queen Bard, 15 hit points at 17, got a long sword and a dagger. Chameleon Carapace is from the free Queen, meaning that his AC is a lot higher than usual. I believe it's 13 plus Dex. So it's a 16, kind of like unarmored defense degree. 60 feet dark vision, secondary arms, so he has another set of arms he can use for various things. Sleepless, meaning that he can't sleep, or can't be put to sleep. Free Queen Telepathy, can only communicate through telepathy, can't speak. Bardic Inspiration, Song of Rest, that's to do with his Bard abilities, and Magical Inspiration to use with Bardic Inspiration with spells as well. That's his equipment. There's some missing, but yeah. Skills. Choose any 3. Did I? Oh, I didn't write what. I did not write what skills he got. Well, anyway, he's proficient in Athletics, Insight, Investigation, Medicine, and Sleight of Hand. I know that much. In terms of his spells, he's got 2 cantrips, Mending and Minor Illusion, and he has Heroism, Color Spray, Command, Thunderwave, and Speak of Animals. And just to give you the last 3 tokens. That's Alkanak, that's Talita, and that's Scar. Okay, and also Elfie is the Druid stat block. So we have Druid Craft, Produce Flame, Shillelagh, Entangle, Launch Strider, Speak of Animals, Thunderwave, Cure Wounds as part of level 1, and Animal Messenger, Bark Skin, and Spike Growth part of level 2. Now, level 1 spell slots. Now, I remember using Bark Skin. I remember her using Bark Skin and Thunderwave. So do you know what I am going to do, however? Can I remove that? Make 3D. Yeah, it's in that way. Because I remember using Thunderwave actually. That's like one of the things I remember precisely. Okay, so I'm going to give her... So she has 3 level 1 spell slots, and I believe I did use Bark Skin, I think. Maybe it's a little small. Let me go 28, there we go. Oh, no, I remember. I did a level 2 Cure Wounds as well, didn't I? I did. So I think she's down to 1. I think she's down to 1 spell slot left, I think. Right. So, also as well, there's a couple of things to help me with... combat as well. So we've got the initiative combat tracker, and we have the HP tracker to keep eye on things. And I've also got a sort of like a randomized system. Like a system to help me like randomize like character actions to make it feel a little bit more natural, I suppose, so I'm not like doing the same action over and over. So actions will be randomized on PC turns. D6 will be rolled first to determine action type. 1 to 2 is offensive, any action that requires an attack roll. 3 to 4 tactical, any action that involves either a debuff or some kind of control. 5 to 6 support, any action that involves buffs or healing. If any action is classed as bonus action, main action will all be an attack type action involving a roll. All movement must be used unless engaged. Disengaged is player specific. All actions will be randomized through allocated dice rolls, as well as enemy party member targeting buffs will be party randomized. Healing will be on the lowest HP. Spells or weapons that have been selected will be equipped or unequipped for free. Now, I have kind of came up with a different version of this, a more simplified version. I'm not going to do it for this series, but I'll do it for my next one, where basically when we roll combat, when we roll initiative, I'm going to roll a d6 to determine which archetype each character is going to play for that fight. So for example, let's say I rolled 2 for Ursek. He's going to be offensive, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a enemy number between 1 and whatever's there, and that's going to be the priority target, meaning that's the target they're going to go after. And then what I'm going to do is from there is I'm going to use their attack actions and randomize that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking anyway. And then like singles for healing as well. Like I'll have like randomized like actions for all 3, like similar to like in Canathalis, for example. Right. Okay. So now that we've got things introduced, let us put this away and let's have a look at the first. Yeah, I just realized I just stretched things out then, I do apologize. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay, so let's go with can I zoom in? Keep an eye on the thingy here. Yeah. We can just go no. Okay, I think that's the best we're gonna do it. Okay, perfect. Okay, so entrance. The ladder leads down into a dark chamber. The sound of dripping water can be heard. There's a locked gate to the south. Beyond it lies a pair of large oaken doors. The doors are unlocked. The gate can be opened with a successful D12 dexterity check with these tools or a D14 strength with athletics. Okay, so obviously, let's bring this back up. So obviously, the 2 doors are locked here, right? So obviously they come down the stairs, come down the ladder there, they have a discussion. Now it is pitch black. Now the problem is... Ursek does not have dark vision, so he is completely blind in this. So I'm going to say that... Does he have a torch? I'm sure he has a torch. Yeah, so I'm going to say that he's going to light up a torch. So the thing about the torch is it's going to radiate a 30-foot radius around him. Now, the rest have dark vision as well, but I don't think the Druid has dark vision, does she? Doesn't say. No, I don't think so, but I think she's going to basically be within the torch range as well. But Talita has 120 feet, Alkanak and Scar has 60 feet as well. So, obviously, they're coming up to the door, like so. I think Elf is going to take the lead. Scar's going to be kind of like behind as well as the other 2. Yep. of he's going to move forward, try to unlock the door, realize it's shut. Now, I don't think any of them has these tools, do they? They don't. So the question is, who has the higher athletics? So let's see. So Urusek has a +2. Third has a +0. Scar has a +1. But Urusek has a +5. Oh, that's right. They were going to take a short rest, weren't they? They were going to take a short rest. Right. So if they're going to take a short rest, I forgot about that. So if they're going to take a short rest, then what we're going to do is we're going to do this. So we're going to go over here. So I'm going to say that Urusek can take a short rest. But Alkanak, being a level 2 bard, has access to Song of Rest. So Song of Rest is that when you take a short rest, you can roll a free die that's equal to whatever is the level of the bard. So because it's a d6, we can roll a hit die as well as a d6. So let's roll a d6 first and let's see how much HP Urusek gets back first. Okay, so he gets 5 HP back, so that brings him from 13 to 18. So let's get that. Let's scrunch that out, and let's put 18. And I think that'll do, so it keeps his hit die. That's not too bad. Okay, Talita. That's the other thing as well. I do know he used 2 key. Hold on, just 1 second. Okay, so his key points come back in a short rest, so that's fine. So, short rest is, when his key points, he has access to 3 different abilities. You could go Flurry Blows, Patient Defense, and I think the other one, if I'm not mistaken, is Step of the Wind. That's right. I'll explain what those are like in time. So yeah, so he's got his spell slots back. He's recovered 5 HP from Song of Rest. Doesn't need to do anything more. Perfect. Alright, Talita. Does Talita get anything back? Yeah, no, she's fine. I don't think does she expand any slots? I actually don't remember if she expanded any slots or not. I'm sure she casted Sleep, didn't she? She cast Sleep on the first one. I actually don't remember. This is the problem about like not writing things down. Because I cleared a lot of the board last time. I should have checked the last eclipse or last episode. I'll tell you what, just for safety's sake, I'm going to say that she's used 2 spell slots, I think, just to make things interesting. Okay, so Scar doesn't need to replace any HP. He's back at full. But because he's a warlock, he does get his spell slots back on a short rest. So we're going to put 0 here. Okay, and finally Alkanak is 15 out of 17, so I'm going to say he's going to use a Song of Rest to see if he can top up. 1. 1 HP. Are you kidding me? So basically, this means that he comes from 15 HP to 16. Alright, so he gets 16 HP. He's expended 2 spell slots, looks like. Okay, cool. Right, so that's that then. Cool. So that's that. Right, so as I mentioned, Avi tries to lock the door. She turns around to the group. Does anyone have access to any lockpicking skills? Obviously, all 4 of them shake their heads. He says, well, we're going to have to get the door down. So Alkanak is like, sure. Like, he doesn't have to say anything. He just sort of flexes his muscles, takes a step forward, and he tries to barge the door in. So, oh shit, let me do this. Oh, never mind, just hit the wrong button. Yeah, so we need to do a DC 14. Let's see if we can do it. I'm going to say that Urusek's going to give him a hand, because he's the next strongest. So this means that he will roll with advantage, meaning it's 2d20 plus... let's see, what is it? 2d20 plus... Yeah, 2d20 plus 3, I believe, yeah? Yeah, 2d20 plus 3. I'm just having a quick look now. So, 2d20 plus 3. Where is... There we go, there's my dice roll. Plus 3. 16. And let's see if it does any better, because there's advantage. 15. Yep, 16 does it. Perfect. 16 does it. That is fantastical. So, just like that, 2 doors swing right open, like so. And then from there, let's say Alkanite's here, Irisak's here. Just run forward as the 2 doors open, stopping themselves before hitting this mossy green area. Obviously Irisak still has one of the torches still in his hand. Amazing. So yeah, so Elfie comes from here, and then we'll follow through with Talitha and Scar. That's just seeing just an amazing, wonderful feat. Okay, so now from here they have 2 different routes we could take. We could take the left or we could take the right. Obviously Elfie's like, I don't really remember, each way leads the same way as far as I remember. So let's see what the group take. So 1 is left, 2 is right. Okay, so they're taking the 2. Okay then, perfect. So they're taking 2. So from here, I'm going to say Alkanite's going to take the front, Irisak's going to take the second, Elfie's going to be behind, and then it's going to be a Scar from the back, I think. Alright, so they move forward into here. Yep, so they move forward into here, like so. And we'll see what let's see what the PDF says. Okay, going into number 5. This is number 5. This large chamber is filled with 3-foot deep water. Various vines and roots can be seen beneath the water surface. So yeah, so the entrance of a room, as you can see, is a big pool. They slowly start wading into the water, into different sections. Just doesn't make a difference what it is. But unfortunately, yep, they started like wading into, different sections. It's like if you get, I need to go from the PDF and thingy. But it says here, drowning vines. The vines here are enchanted to try and drown anyone who enters the room. When a creature enters this chamber, they must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw or be pulled underwater and restrained. They can attempt to save again at the end of each of their turns. Additionally, a creature could try to extradite another creature from the vines by succeeding a D4 strength check. So, as soon as they come in, vines start to shoot out of different directions. Actually, this should be we'll go blue. So they shoot out from different directions into different waters and stuff, and try and bring them down. So we need everyone to make a strength saving throw, right? Let me just read it. Yep, a DC 14 strength saving throw will be pulled on the water. So this is gonna be good. Okay, so first of all, we'll start with Alkanite. So Alkanite is +1 on his strength saving throw. So we're gonna go D20 +1. 19. Brilliant. Just gets it. So Alkanite seeing the vines. Oops. So Alkanite seeing the vines, he managed to sort of like bite them off, breaking them off, and just quickly get to the other side as quickly as he possibly can. I'm going to say it's about here, I think. So I don't think it makes a difference, yeah? Because he said, yeah, no, we'll keep him in position, yeah? So he breaks them off. They don't go for him anymore. Right, so the next person is Scar. Scar also has a +1 to his strength saving throw, so we'll go +1. 17, he succeeds. Brilliant. Talitha is a +0, so it's just a D20 for her. 14 just makes it. Holy crap. Things are going well up to now. For Irisak, it's a D20 +4. D20 +4. Natural 1 fails. So obviously not paying attention. Obviously seeing the rest breaking free. Unfortunately, he follows and he gets trapped. Vines grasp his wrists, his legs, around his neck, and brings him underwater. And now we need to make one for Elfie. And now we need to make one for Elfie. So for her, saving throw, doesn't say saving throws. No, it doesn't say a saving throws. I think we'll just go for, I guess it's just a D20 really, isn't it? Yeah, it's a D20. Yep, okay. Let's do a d20. She fails as well. And she gets dragged underneath as well. So at this point, Alkanak, Talita, and Scar see the friends start to get taken on the ground. Now the question is, we're going to do an oracle roll. We're going to do an oracle roll for each person. Does Alkanak help his friends? 7. He doesn't. So succeeding that, he doesn't want to be pulled on the ground, so he's going to move forward and get out the vines as quickly as possible. Does Talita help? No, she doesn't. Now, the oracle rolls, by the way, it's a 1 to 9 is no, 11 to 20 is yes, and 10 is a reroll. That's what I do with the oracle rolls. And then finally, does Scar help? Scar does help. Okay, so obviously he's right next to. Okay, so obviously he's right next to Elfie, so he's going to try and use his action to help. So with Scar, let me read what's to help. Okay, so additionally, a creature can try to another creature from the vines. Okay, they're content to save again at the end of each of their turns. Right. Additionally, a creature could try to extradite another creature from the vines by succeeding on a DC 14 strength check. Right. So with Scar, he is a +1, so we're going to do a d20 +1 to see if we can help Elfie out. 6 is a failure. Now, because he's ending, quote-unquote, ending his turn in the thingy, we're going to do another saving throw, which he fails. So, Scar trying his best to try and help Elfie. Unfortunately, vines come up and try and drag him on the roof as well. Now, I believe, because they're underwater, I believe the underwater rules is that they can hold the breath equal to 1 minute plus their Constitution modifier, I believe? So let me have a quick look at this. So, DnD 5e, no, drowning rules. Okay, let's have a look. No. Okay, so a creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equals to +1 and its Constitution modifier, minimum of 30 seconds. When a creature running out of its breath or choking, it can survive for a number of rounds equal to Constitution modifier. Okay, so it can hold its breath for 1 plus Constitution modifier. So this means that Elfie can hold her breath for 2 rounds. Okay, so she needs to make a breakout for 2 turns. Right, so she needs to break, and then okay, so she needs to do a saving throw for 14. So look, 13. She just fails. She tries to break loose, and she can't. Okay, so next is Urusek. Okay, Urusek is a d20 +4. 15. Okay, so he manages to break free. He managed to break free and get to the top of the pool and starts getting his breath back. So that's his turn. Okay, so we get back to Alkanak. Let's have a look. Does Alkanak go back in and help? He does. Okay, so seeing him struggle, he tries to go back in and help. So let's see. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15. And he's going to try and help Scar. Because Scar's on the floor. So let's have a look. So we need a d20 +1. 6 fails. So obviously stuck there. Okay, so because Alkanak's already succeeded on the vine check, I'm going to say he doesn't need to do it again. Because he doesn't need to do it again. I think anyone that successfully does it when they enter the pool for the first time, unless like they're trying to help him. Actually, no, I'm going to say it's every time they go in. So he needs to do another strength saving throw. Yeah, okay. 14. Okay, so the Root's trying to retangle Alkanak, but he's managed to use his sword, his long sword, his dagger, and just cuts him away. No problem. Okay, Talita is still out the pool. Does she try to help? 2, no, so she's staying in position. So she's like, no, the guys have got this. Okay, so let's think. So Uruksek's fine. Scar's not fine. Okay, so I've lost track of who's who now. Okay, Ursak is fine. He's managed to break out, I think. Have a look. Okay, so Ursak's fine. That was... $14. That was Elfie, right? Yeah, so Elfie's back up. Okay, right, so Elfie's back up. Scar failed. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Scar failed. Yeah, he tried to help Scar. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so we're on Scar's turn now to try and help him out. Okay, yeah, I'm up to notes, right. Okay, Scar is a D20 plus 1. D20 plus 1. 3. Still managed to break out. Okay, so let's see here. So his Constitution modifier is plus 2. So that's his first round being underneath. So he can hold his breath for 2 more rounds. Okay, so let's get back to things. So we're going to go with Ursak again. Do you know what? I'm going to do something just to help out. Because that's the problem about doing this solo play shit. you end up losing track. So let's go 1, U, 2, E for Elfie, 3, T for Talita, 4, U for Ursak, and then 5 for Scar. There, that'll do. Okay, so we'll start with Ursak. Now, because he succeeded and he's got back up again, I'm just going to say, okay, so is he going to try and help, or is he out here? Does he try and help Scar? Yes, okay, so he tries to help Scar. So he comes over, and he uses his action to get Scar out. So let's do a D20 plus 4. 22, to which he does. He gets Scar out. And then I think he's going to use the remainder of his movement. Oops. And he's going to use the remainder of his movement to try and get out. Okay, so then Elfie's next. So Elfie doesn't need to make a saving throw, and she's just going to go straight out. I think at this point, everyone sort of like just gets to the edge of the pools, and I think at this point the roots don't sense anybody. Yeah, they don't sense anybody. So it's this point that they kind of just retract back into their usual positions, and the trap's been dealt with. Wow. Just about it. Everyone is soaked wet. Everyone's struggling for breath. Honestly, that is just crazy. That's crazy. Okay then, right. So, there's only one place that needs to go forward. There's only one place that needs to go, and that's forward. So, Talita takes to the north. Ursak falls behind. Alkanak. And then Elfie and a Scar. However, going back to the PDF, this is number 4, rune number 4 in the PDF. And this is a flood chambered room. Encounter. Awakened shrubs. 4 awakened shrubs are lurking on the root overhead, and they try to jump down and surprise anyone who enters the room. So, I'm going to have to get this next fight set up, and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so we have the battle set up. So, basically, we have 4 awakened shrubs hiding on top of the branch at the top, and we have our party members down here. So, I've already rolled initiative. Alkanak's a 19, Scar 18, Elfie 17, Shrub 1 is 13, but I forgot to put this one as 11. That's what I meant to do. There we go. And then Shrub 2 is at 7, Tidy's at 7, Shrub 3 is 5, and Ursak is at 5. In terms of HP, I've tracked everybody's HP. We've got Alkanak's, Tidy's, Shrubs, and Ursak's, Elfie's, and I've randomly generated the I've rolled the HP for the shrubs as well. Now on the so let's see here. Falls appears while the shrub remains motionless. It is indistinguishable from a normal shrub. So obviously the party members don't know about this. Obviously they see a big massive branch at the top, and they got loads of bushes. So I'm going to say that the party members do not pay attention to this. So I'm going to say that they're just kind of all walking. Maybe just different places. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? When would they spring the trap? That's a good question. Let's do an oracle roll. Let's do an oracle roll. Do the shrubs attack this turn? With D20? No, they don't, so they wait. So I'm going to say they're going to wait one turn before they magically animate and they guard. So let's just move everybody out. So we've got Alkanat first. So Alkanat's going to move. Probably going to take the lead here a little bit. Going to move to here. Then Scar. I'm going to say Scar's just going to like move up to maybe about here-ish. Sees this open room. Maybe take some different cover. Elfie's going to move as well. I'll say Elfie kind of like moves here, trying to guide the team. Next would have been Talita Urzak. So I'm just going to keep what they are. Right, so now we're going to get into battle. So obviously at this point they're not moving. So Alkanat, Scar and Elfie, I'm going to say Alkanat, Scar. So I'm going to say that Elfie's just going to start moving this way. Alkanat's going to start moving this way, and Scar's going to start moving this way as well. But here we have Shrub 1, 4 and 2. They're going to take their actions and they're going to jump down. So 1, 4 and 2. So Shrub's going to move down here. Going to jump down, surprise. Here comes the battle. You're going to jump down here. And number 4 is going to jump behind Urzak. And they're going to do attacks. So obviously, surprise round. Basically, this means that they jump down. Surprise round. This means that Talita and Urzak are not going to take any actions because they've been surprised. So we're going to do it this way. Obviously, they would surprise at the top of the round and everyone wouldn't move. But I'm going to keep this like being realistic as possible. Okay, so let's have a look. So number 1 is going to attack Scar. So it's going to do a D20 plus 1 for a rake attack. So D20 plus 1. 2, which is a critical miss. Where is it? This one. Yep, 2 is a critical miss because AC is 11. No, wrong one. Yep, AC is 11. So there's that. So that's a miss. Then we're going to go on to number 2 for Talita. Oh, Jesus, what there? Oh yeah, forgot the scroll bar at the bottom. Alright, so we're going to do another D20 plus 1. 16 hits. Talita's AC is 11, so that hits. So it's a 1d4 minus 1 in terms of slashing damage. She doesn't have any resistance, so that's bad. 1d4 minus 1 takes 3 points of slashing damage. So Talita goes from oh shit. That's okay, I could just scrub that out, it's not a big deal. Goes from 13 to 10 health. And then we've got number 4 attacking Urzak, so that's going to be a d20 plus 1, 7, which I think is a miss. Yep, because Urzak's AC is 13. Okay, so that's moved. So then, obviously... So then from here, Talita's surprised, like what the hell's happened. Shrub 3 is now about to jump down. Now Shrub 3 is about to jump down underneath, so let's see if he's going to target Talita or Urzak. 1 to 9 is Talita, 10 is a reroll, 11 to 20 is Urzak. Alright, so targeting... So obviously targeting Talita, so he's going to jump off, probably come... yeah, just jump underneath the branch, I think. So he's in melee of both of these two. Going to do another d20. Plus 1. And that's a critical miss. And then from there, that's the end of the surprise rounds, and now we're back to the top of the round. So, Alkanat hearing the rustling behind and hearing the scream from Talita getting a sharp thorn across her robes or her chest or something, this group turns back to see these guys dropping down, like what the hell's going on. So, now this is where we're going to do our rules of engagement. So now we're going to roll a d6. Now, this is going to be different because I rolled a d6 for every single... well, I mean, I'm going to change this in the future. I'm going to keep this like this, but I'm going to use this a little bit of a test. we're going to roll a d6, and 1 to 2 is going to be an offensive archetype, 3 to 4 is going to be tactical, and 5 to 6 is going to be support. And then we can determine what actions he's going to do, depending on if they fit the archetype that he's doing it on. So he's on tactical. Right, so I need to write, so I know, tactical. Tactical. Because what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do like we did in Canaflis, where each enemy has like a set, like attacks, and then we do like a d6 to determine like what the action is going to do, I think. Because I mean, right now we have plethora of actions, we have spells, we have like secondaries, that kind of things. So we're on tactical. So basically we're looking at spells that give debuffs to a degree. Which we have command, which we could probably command maybe. Just one question, does command affect language? Or is it just in general? So look, spell command. Okay, speak one more wisdom saving throw. The spell has no effect to target undead if it doesn't understand your language or if the command. Right, so if it doesn't understand our language. Okay, so command isn't going to work because they only speak one language known by its cast, by its creator, which is... Okay. I'm going to say no because we know it's enemy druids, so the language is going to be druid. So obviously, Alkanat can't speak druid. Actually, he can't even speak at all, to be fair. He can only do... no. I don't think he has any languages. I don't know what languages he has, actually. No, I don't think he has, so I don't think command's going to work. Thunderwave, it can be pushed back. Colour Spray. He could probably do a Colour Spray, actually. Maybe. Get a 15-foot cone. Yeah, I think he's going to use Colour Spray. He's going to use one of his spell slots and cast Colour Spray. Colour Spray is 15 foot. Dazzling array of flashy colored lights. Rolls 6d10. Totals how many points creatures can affect. Creatures of 15 cone originated from. Starting with creatures the lowest current energy. Creatures spend like blinded till the end of your next turn. Subtract. Okay. Right, so obviously Alkanat's going to move forward. I think, actually no, I think he's fine here actually, yeah. I think he's going to stay in position. Turns round. And then what we want is 3D shapes. No, 2D shapes? 2D shapes, that's it. And we want a cone. Right, so let's have a look. Let's make that white so we can see. There we go. It's like a 15-foot cone. No. So 15-foot cone. 5, 10, 15. So it's only going to affect 5, 10, 15. So it's only going to affect up to here. So it's going to affect the 2 shrubs and it's going to affect Talita as well. Didn't really think about that, but oh well. Okay, so we're going to roll 6d10. We have 44 points to work with. So we start with the lowest. So start with the lowest HP, which in this case is going to be Shrub 1, Shrub 2, and Talita. So Shrub 1, the lowest is Shrub 2, so that's 8. 18, 28. So basically they all get affected. Meaning that Shrub 1, so that means that Shrub 1, if you can write it up here, Shrub 1 is blind, S2 is blind, and Tad is blind as well. So this means that they have no sight, which means that they can't cast spells that requires line of sight, and most importantly, if they do attack, it's in within 5 feet range, and they attack with disadvantage. So yeah, and then I think, let's see, so we want to play tactical, so we're going to say he's going to move next to Talita, and that'll be its turn then. Just to support, I suppose. Okay, and that'll be the end of Talita's turn. Okay, so coming up with Scar next. So let's see a d6 and let's see what Scar is going to do. Oh shit, yeah, sorry, never mind. d6. 1. Okay, so he's going to be offensive. Now, in terms of Scar's abilities, we've got Dagger, Darts, Chill Touch. There's our attacks. We've got Witch Bolt. Okay, right, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 to attack with. So, first of all, let's do his primary target. Okay, his primary target is going to be Shrub 2. It's going to be here. Now we need to determine what he's going to attack with. Let's do a d4 to determine what he's going to attack with. 2, so he's going to attack with darts, I believe. Yep, it's going to do a dart attack. Yeah, it's going to do a dart attack, so he's got 10 darts. Right. So, if he was to make a ranged attack against a target within 5 feet, so we'd say in this case if he was attack Shrub 1, his attack would be with disadvantage. But because he's firing it against somebody else, it's not. So, okay, so we're going to roll a 1d4. So we're going to roll a d20 plus 3. If it hits, there's a 1d4 plus 1 piercing. So let's do a d20 plus 3. 17. I believe that's a hit, because these shrubs don't have much armor class, no, it's lying. Okay, so it's 1d4 plus 1, yeah? Dealing 3 points of damage on Shrub 2. Okay, I guess we just want to try and help out as best I can, so that is 3 points of... That's 3 points of damage, so 8 minus 3 is 5. So it's on to 5 points of damage. Cool. Okay, and then does he want to do anything for his bonus action? Let's have a look. He does have access to Shifting Hide, B-side Shifting, which we could probably use, maybe. Let's have a look. Oh, got the wrong site. Shifting. Race Shifter, that's it. And he's a B-side Shifter, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so B-side. Let's see. So shifting as a bonus action, you consume a more beastful appearance. This transformation lasts for 1 minute till you die to revert to your normal appearance as a bonus action. When you shift, you gain temporary hit points equal to 2 times your proficiency bonus. You shift the number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you gain all expended use when you finish a long rest. Whenever you shift, you gain additional benefit based on one of the following options. B-side, you gain 1d6 additional temporary hit points, while shifted you have a +1 bonus to your armor. Okay. So let's do a d20. Is he going to B-side shift? 8. Okay, so he's not. Now, is there anything else he can do as a bonus action? Let's see, he's not casted any spells, and we don't have any spells as a bonus action. That's the wrong person. What I'm looking at, yeah, no. Wrong person? Yeah, wrong person. The sword value is ritual, and since it's ritual, which bolts action, nothing here. Okay, so that's his turn. He's going to stay where he is, because obviously, you know, he's in melee combat, he's not going to move. It's all good. Right, so what I need to do is, I need to go to here. Go to where Scar is. Off, and then go try target S2. No. Then we can change that later. Okay, so next up is Elfie then. Right, so Elfie obviously is what's happening. Sees these bushes, recognizes what these bushes are. So obviously she has some spells herself. She has 3 level spell slots and 1 level 2 spell slot. So let's go with a D6 to see what she's doing. Okay, so she's tactical herself. Attack. Okay, so is there anything that requires saving throws? Okay, so the only saving throw there is the Entangle and with Thunderwave. Spike Growth as well. Let's see. Thunderwave is 10 feet. So, let's see. So we have to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then she'll get these 3, I think. Okay. Does she go with the Thunderwave plan? 19 she does. Okay, right. So she realizes that she can do some serious damage here. Actually, just hold on. Can she move 30 feet? That's a good question. Movement is 30 feet. Perfect. Okay. So she's going, well, the bushes are kind of preoccupied with her targets. She's going to go 5, 10, 15. she's going to push here for 20, and she's going to go 25 here. Now, this is going to cause these two bushes to see her pass in, so they're going to take 2 opportunity attacks for a quick swipe. So let's go do d20 plus 1. 4, that misses. 5, that misses. And she's going to go to here, and then she's going to cast Thunder Wave, I believe. Thunder Wave. Let's have a look. Okay, Thunder Wave. Wave of Thunderous Force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cone originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so it's 15. So I'm going to say she's going to move a little bit more into the water here. No, 15 feet. If I'm not mistaken. I believe center than you, right? Yeah. Okay. So I believe that's 5. That's 10. And that's 15, right? 5, 10. 5, 10, 15. I think something like this. Yeah. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. Is that right? Hold on. Okay, I got something better. Templates. Okay, so from the caster, it's 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. Right, so yeah, so it's 5, 10, 15, right? So from the caster, 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10. I believe, right? 5, 10, 15. Okay, so let's see. So 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, so basically it's in this range. So Alkanac should be fine, right? I mean, I wonder if this will work. There we go, just do it like this way. That's a bit better. Yeah, just do it like this. Actually, it has to be smaller, so it's on point with the square, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, so roughly it's just 3. Right, yeah, that's perfect. So it's roughly on the 3. It's on the 3 shrubs. Okay, that's fine then. That's completely fine. Okay, so on Thunder Wave, we need to make Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. Right, so we need to make 3 Constitution saving throws for shrubs. So obviously none around here. So okay, so there's going to be a d20, and by the way, the DC for the Druid is a DC 12. Okay, so it has to be at 12 to stay in position and only take half damage. Okay, so d20. First one fails, second one fails, third one succeeds. Okay, so that is shrub 1, shrub 2, and shrub 3 succeeds. So now we need to take. Now we need to do 2d8 thunder damage. 2d8 thunder damage. 7 points of damage. Okay, good. Right, so obviously F1 fails. So that's gone from 11 to 4. This has failed. Shrub 2 is completely gonzo. And shrub 4, if I can find it, is taking half damage because it's succeed. So half of 7 is 3 rounded down, or is it rounded up? No, it's rounded down. It's always rounded down, isn't it? Yes, it's always rounded down, so 3 damage. So it takes 7 points of damage. Number 2 is gone. Number 1 is being pushed 10 feet away, so in this direction, it'd have to be a bounce here. Probably back, yeah, probably in this back corner, actually, I would say. Something like And obviously, number 3 stays in position, so that is amazing. That was a good turn, that. And that's going to be her turn. Oh, also, it uses a level 1 spell slot, so we're going to have to bring that down to... So bring that down to 2. Perfect. Let's bring it down to 2. Okay, so after Elfie is Shrub 1. Actually, you know what, I need to... Shrub 4 is gone, yep. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. I think I can do this. There we go, load that. And then we'll get... then we'll get the fill. Black. Fill in. Perfect. Okay, right, so after LV is Shrub 1, so hopefully Shrub 1 has been pushed behind. So at this point, so the question is Scar still his primary target, or is he going to attack Alkanac now? So let's have a look. Nope, he's not going to attack Alkanac, so, sorry, he's not going to attack Scar, so he's going to attack Alkanac, who's at the back. So he's going to take another swipe attack, so D20 plus 1. That is a miss, because Alkanac's AC is a 16, that's what I remember. That's good as a natural armor. That's amazing. Okay, and that's the end of his turn, right. So after Shrub 1, we're into Shrub 2 now. Wait a minute. Damn it, that was Shrub 4 that, wasn't it? It was. Hold on. Okay, right, sorry about that. Yeah, Shrub 4 now. So Shrub 4 is attacking Urusek, but because we have a bush on the other side, this class is flanking, which means they can attack with advantage. So we're going to go D20 plus 1. And another D20 plus 1, and we take the highest. 18. Right, yep, 18 connects. In fact, 13 will connect as well, as you can see right here. So we need to do a 1d4 plus... Sorry, 1d4 minus 1 in slashing damage, which is 3 damage, max damage again. I don't think we've got any resistance to slashing. Nope, only cold. That's completely fine. So Alkanac, so Urusek takes Urusek takes 3 points of damage, bringing him down to 15. Actually, let's do that properly. There we go. 15 points of damage. So a slice at the back. Alright, so after Shrub 4, it's Titus' turn, so let's see. What's Titus' archetype? Okay, support and... Okay, so support then. So that means healing or doing buffs or like. So let's see, with Titus. Let's go support. Right. So anything that you can do for support? In terms of... There's nothing really in terms of healing or anything. Still got sorcery points. Could do flexible casting to give her another level 1 spell slot maybe. But I'll use up all our sorcery points. Which means she has got 2 out of 1. And it's only a bonus action. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. Yeah, so let me just double check, see if we can do that. Okay. Use your sorcery points to gain additional spell slots or sacrifice spell slots to gain additional. Okay, converting spell slots to sorcery points. As a bonus action... Okay, you can use your sorcery points to gain additional spell slots or sacrifice to gain spell slots. You can transform sorcery points into 1 spell slot as a bonus action in your turn, and then create spell slots banish at the end of a long rest. Okay, so I think she's going to do this. She is going to... Okay, so she's going to sacrifice 2 sorcery points for 1. Okay, yeah, 2 sorcery points for 1 level 1 spell slot. So she's down to 0 then, yeah? Okay, she's down to 0 and she's got 1 spare. So that's just to use as she needs. Okay, so she's want to cast so she's going to make an attack now. So we've got Quarterstaff Dagger. Actually, yeah, she's in melee. She's in melee with 1 and 2. So the question is, does she want to do a spell or a melee attack? Okay, so we can either quarterstaff dagger, frostbite's range, poison spray isn't. Could go shocking grasp, but I don't think she's gonna go thunderclap because she has an ally in range. So it's okay. So it's gonna be between 1, 2. I don't know what she has currently equipped. I think she has the quarterstaff equipped actually. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I'm ignoring the rules of like equipping. So she can only make one attack, yeah, because we're going to use the bonus action. Okay, so quarterstaff dagger 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and that's shocking grasp. Poison spray is 3. Shocking grasp is 4. Speaking of which, 4. Cool. So she's going to target. So she's going to target shrub 3 or shrub 4. Let's have a look. D20. Okay, she's targeting shrub 3 then. Right, so shocking grasp. Okay, shocking grasp. Lightning springs from your hand to deliver a shot to a creature you try to touch. Range of touch. Make a melee spell attack against a target. You have advantage in the attack roll if the target is wearing armor, which isn't. And on the hit, the target takes 1d8 lightning damage. You can't take reactions until the start of his next turn. Okay then, right. So, Vitalita, for her, is a d20 plus 4. Yeah. Okay, so d20 plus 4. It's got to be a 9. So she doesn't. Critical failure. So she just completely misses. And I'm going to say she gives her a second light jolt. Alright, so that's her turn then. Okay, Shrub 3's turn now. So obviously Shrub 3 is in range of both Urusek and Talita. Okay, who's the primary... Oh no, the primary target still is Urusek, isn't it? Yeah, still Urusek. And its primary target is Urusek. So let's do a d20 plus 1. That's a miss. So that's that turn. Right, Urusek. Okay, Urusek. Let's see what Urusek's going to do. Let's see what it's going to do. D6. Okay, so that's support as well. Okay, so he hasn't got much in terms of support, except for maybe spare the dying and stuff. He does have dedicated weapon, got breath attack. I mean, he can do little actions, like for example, he could push or shove and stuff like that if he wants to do some support stuff, but I don't think he is. Alright, well, because we're melee, chill touch is ranged. I don't think he's going to do a breath attack, there's no need. Can't do any dart attacks, so I'm just going to say he's going to do an action and bonus action. He's going to use short sword for an attack, and then bonus action martial art, unarmed strike to do some more damage, I think. Okay, so who's he going to target? He's going to target Shrub 3, the one above him, or the one below him? Okay, he's going to target the one above him. Okay. So what we need is a d20 plus 4. That's 22, that's a hit. Perfect. So that's 1d6 piercing plus 2. 1d6 plus 2. For a total of 6 damage. Perfect. On to bush number 3. So bush number 3 goes from 6 damage, did it say? Yep, 6 damage, perfect. So it's going to go from 10 to 4. And then bonus action martial art, which is an unarmed strike. So it's another d20 plus 4. 7 is a miss, because its armor class is 9. Wow, that was pretty. You can actually finish it off, actually. Okay, right, so as I was saying, I actually forgot to do an outro for this episode. So yeah, so basically that's going to be the first episode, not the first episode, but, well, yeah, the first episode with us doing this little dungeon crawl with the basement at the castle. So we do have 2 more battle maps left. We got the rest of this battle map, and then we have a final one. So we should get done in like another 6 or so parts. I want to keep this roughly 40 minutes to an hour, or whatever. Basically just doing sections. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, so thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you are already. Links down below, check them out if you wish. Apart from that, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Take care.